Hi friends, and welcome to Book a Day for Little Learners. Today we're going to identify things that go. Let's see, things that go on land and in the water and in the air. Let's read. On the road, can you find a car? Car. Ambulance. Jeep. Sports car. Bus. A bus carries a lot of people. Motorcycle. A motorcycle carries one, maybe two people. Police car. Taxi. Sometimes this is also called a cab. And a tractor. A farmer uses the tractor on the farm. In the air. These are all things that go in the air. Do you see the hot air balloon? That's the biggest one on here. And there's a helicopter and a propeller plane. This in the front spins, that's the propeller. And a plane and a hang glider. So there's no machine to this. He uses the wind. And a parachute. There's also no machine to the parachute. They use the wind to get them down. These are all things that help you move in the air. I'm guessing someday, if you haven't already, you will ride on a plane. I'm not sure how many of us will get to ride in all of the other ones. Trucks and trains. Do you like trucks and trains? Here's a car transporter. So this truck takes all of these cars somewhere else, maybe from where they're made to where they're going to be sold. A container truck. This is called the trailer. This is called the cab of the truck. This is a fast train. This is a steam train. Here's a tanker. So this is a truck driver in his cab. And instead of having a container to take boxes and things like that, he's a tanker and he has all liquids in there. Here's a fire engine. I'm sure you've seen a fire engine before, haven't you? A fire engine goes to people's houses or businesses when there's a fire or when they think there might be a fire, and they help put the fire out. Here's a pickup truck. This is called the bed of the truck, and the bed of the truck is where you would put bigger items. People used to use them just on farms, and now a lot of people have them even if they live in the city or in a suburb. This is a van. This looks like an ice cream truck van. This is a trash truck. You'll see them in your neighborhood or in the city picking up trash, and they put it in here and then it compacts it, it smushes it down, makes it really much smaller, and then they take it to a garbage dump site. These are all trucks and trains. These are things that go in the water. Here's a cruise ship. Here's a ferry boat. A ferry can ferry, meaning take it across cars and also people. Here's a tugboat. A tugboat typically is attached to another boat behind it and they pull it or they tug it. Here's a speedboat. Speedboats, you go very fast on them. Here's a submarine. A submarine goes underwater. Here's a sailboard and a sailboat. So there's no machine making the sailboat or the sailboard move. They're both moved by the wind. Here's a rowboat. A rowboat is actually moved by whatever people are rowing. These are called oars, and you're rowing the boat. Here's a kayak. A kayak is also only moved by the direction of the water or by this kayaker, the person in the boat, using their paddle to move. Here's a fishing boat, and there's a lifeboat. Those are all different ways you move or go in the water. Have you been on any of those? I've been on several of those. The cruise ship is my favorite way to go. The building site. If you go somewhere they're building a house or a new police station or a new school or a new building, these are the things you might see. You might see an excavator. See how it has like a scoop on it? It picks up all the dirt. A cement mixer, this part of it turns and mixes the sand and the gravel to make cement. And there's a bulldozer. This part pushes and it picks up large pieces of stone or large amounts of concrete. This is a wheelbarrow. Sometimes people have those for their garden work. Here's a mini dump truck, and here's a big dump truck. So the excavator picks up things and dumps it in the dump truck. And then the dump truck has a mechanism where this lifts up and everything falls out the back. Here's a roller. A roller is used when they put asphalt down, they make the roads. This rolls on top of it to make sure it's smooth and flat, like a rolling pin if you've ever baked cookies. This is a rock breaker, so this is a very sharp point, and it jackhammers. It goes up and down really hard to break the rock or the concrete. This is a crane truck. A crane truck is used when they need to get up really high. In the park, I bet a lot of these you've done, and if you haven't done them yet, you probably will. A tricycle. Have you ridden a tricycle yet? A scooter, roller skates, bicycle, skateboard, skis, wheelchair, stroller. I bet you've been in a stroller. A sled and ice skates. Some of these depend on where you live. You wouldn't use skis and a sled and ice skates if you lived in a really warm place year-round. But if you lived somewhere where it snowed or the water froze, then you would use those things. But I bet at some point, if you haven't already, you'll be on a tricycle and a scooter and a bicycle. That will be a lot of fun. Friends, thank you for joining me for Things That Go. I hope you enjoyed learning all of the vocabulary words for things that go in the water, in the air, and on land. I will see you tomorrow for our next story.